好，欢迎收看电影娱乐报，我是巧玲。由麻辣间谍制作团队全力打造的年度动作喜剧《抢救千金》爆笑登场喽！这次特别找来美国当红喜剧女王艾米舒曼，以及暌违影坛15年的71岁天后级女星歌蒂涵，两人要来联手演出超狂的母女档。原本呢，以为是天堂般的南美度假之旅，没想到却变成了绑架劫难。个性粗线条又爱做梦的千金小姐，碰上神经兮兮的老妈，这对个性南辕北辙的母女档，必须克服彼此之间的差异，才有办法逃离危机重重的丛林异乡。精彩内容，我们先一起来欣赏幕后特辑吧。
Hey, do you mind if I join you?
Hey, that dude is talking
no,
to you.
Sorry, you.
Not you. It was me. Can you kind of beat it? Because you're a distraction. Hey!
On vacation here with your boyfriend?
No, I'm just here with, my mom. Why are you dressed like powder?
The sun is very dangerous.
Mom, it feels like you're putting on a lot.
No, just here when you need it here.
Let's go out tonight. Hair, makeup, boobs. We're going out.
Emily, I am not going out at night.
Everything shouldn't be so scary.
Oh, it damn well should. 1 in 4 tourists are kidnapped.
Not true.
1, 2, 3, somebody's missing.
I met a man.
Well, drinking with a man in a foreign country. It's a smart, responsible thing to do.
We need an amazing adventure.
Where the hell are we?
The scenic route.
What's your PIN number?
Everything he says.
I already am before you told me to.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, God.
I was gonna change it. I will get us out of here. I need you to believe in me. Mom, come on! Do you think maybe that guy's okay?
I saw his brains.
Why can't you just make me feel better? Listen, I need your help. Mom and I got kidnapped.
State Department.
My mom and sister, they've been taken. I imagine you have a commando squad. 4 underground criminals who were tried for a crime they didn't commit.
Sounds like the A-team.
It is the A-team. Do you have an A-team?
Why did I ever let you talk me into this?
I should have just listened to you.
I love you. This is great, but we really gotta get out of here, you know?
Yeah, we should get out of here. Okay. We have to fight, Mom.
We've got this.
Mom, that was awesome.
You messed with the wrong bitches.
Yeah.
Go. I'm gonna count down. I'm gonna do it.
Please, please.
199. Goldie Hawn has been my hero. I've loved her my whole life. She's made me laugh probably more than anyone. And I only ever saw her in this movie. Yeah, when we were rewriting it, it was her we were picturing. I never took my eyes off Goldie for this movie, and I was like, this is happening. It's destiny. I stopped her in an airport, and I was like, I really want to make this movie with you. And she was like, okay, honey. Like, I had no idea what. And I was just like, we're gonna be talking about this in a couple years. This is happening. I secreted Goldie Hawn. I haven't thought about this being her return to film, probably as much as I should, because I should take it as even more of a compliment, because you know she's not coming back unless it's damn good and if it's gonna be funny. So her choosing this project and saying yes, I feel really honored that she trusted me. But I feel no personal pressure, because she just brought it so hard that I'm really excited. I think, and it'll be really fun to sit with her after having made this movie together and watch it together and just be like, look what we did, you know? Thanks for not having me arrested in that airport.
I think the idea that this came to me at this time in my life is a miracle. Because, you know, it's a buddy movie all the way through it. So oftentimes, unless it's a special kind of a film or whatever, or Meryl Streep, who does a lot of the stars in these movies of women of a certain age, they're very rare. So for me to be able to get up there and be funny with maybe the funniest woman in the world, and who I have tremendous, amazing respect for, is like the greatest thing ever. I mean, talk about playing in the field of greatness. I mean, it's pretty amazing. What's amazed me is that each scene, it's like, you know, you put that sponge in the water and then you watch it turn into a duck, right? And suddenly the sponge that looks like nothing is now a duck. So these scenes just develop and evolve and layer and grow. And they do because you've got a great mind there. You've got a melding of creative thinking, of comedy, of story, of understanding character. And so that's what's happening. So every scene that we think is funny actually becomes even funnier.
What? What? No.
I got a new version of the script that had, you know, it was something that I think Amy and her sister had done in the past, and it was more tailored for Amy's character. And I think that at that point it really crystallized for me that, you know, with her persona and the protagonist that Katie had written, it is such a great kind of fit. And she's so immensely awesome at presenting a protagonist who's flawed, but you can root for. And I think that when I first read it, I was like, that was maybe my concern, was like, who's gonna play this person? And then once Amy was attached, it kind of made a lot of sense. And then I jumped all over it. I met her on the East Coast, and we had a conversation, and we got along really well. And next thing I knew, I was in Hawaii scouting locations. What I loved about it was that it was this big kind of adventure, which is something as a filmmaker you don't really get to do with an original story. I mean, you might get to do it with a Marvel movie or a DC movie, but to tell an original story on that big a canvas is a rare opportunity. The fact that I later learned that it was kind of for her based on this relationship with her mom made so much sense, because there was so much there that resonated with me about mothers and kids, about you know, about what it means to be a parent, about what it means to be a child and how you perceive your parents, and such a core of like truth in the middle of it that it really appeals to me, because that's, you know, I always like to have that sort of emotional core at the heart of anything I do. What I really like about this movie is not only does it have heart and emotion, but it has like different types of comedy too. So it's got sort of the romantic comedy, it's got an 80s kind of comedy style to it as well, which is like sort of the action adventure that was like almost a callback to the era when Goldie was making these types of movies prior. It's got kind of a weird alt comedy thing in Maloney, who's like playing this kind of crazy character, but it's much more, it's a very specific type of comedy. I thought that was really interesting to be able to tell a movie from both the perspective of a parent and a child, and to empathize with both sides of it. And ideally, when people see this movie, you know, the people are gonna be like, oh, my mom does that all the time, and parents are gonna be like, oh, that annoys me so much about my daughter. And I think in that way, it was felt like something that could be very resonant with an audience. The idea was not always to have Goldie play the mom, except in one person's head, and that was Amy Schumer's head. And I've heard her, I mean, she I think let me sort of go through my process of coming to Goldie in a way that felt very organic to me, but in the meantime, I think, since I've heard her say this in interviews, she was kind of subtly manipulating me the whole time, which is fine. The minute I saw them together, I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is this amazing opportunity, not just because their chemistry was incredible, but because Goldie was just like, she was so warm and charming and funny and looked great, and it was just, you know, so exciting to kind of see, oh, this is the same person who kind of was so important to me growing up. You know, this was this icon, and it was just kind of a no-brainer at that point. In the course of like talking to my friends in comedy and telling them I was considering Goldie, so many people were just like, oh my God, she's amazing. You have to do that if you have the opportunity. And when I think about how lucky we are to just have this be that movie for her, and to have her be so great in it, not just like great through the lens of nostalgia, not great like you're looking at someone and remembering what you used to love about her. She's great in the moment. She's great in the present. And that's what I saw that day when I saw her and Amy sitting together. And that's something that just is you can't really manufacture that on screen. That's something that you're just watching these true, real moments that have that kind of energy of someone who you missed and you didn't even know you missed them, and then you see them again and you're just like so excited.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you. That's chicken, right?
Welcome.
No, thank you so much. No.
Welcome.
Como está usted? This is me.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. What's this?
Welcome.
Mom. Whale, what?
Welcome.
Welcome. I'm sorry, honey.
They're not serving
I'm so
whale
sorry,
semen.
baby.
I've got it. Thank
No,
you.
I know, but that was not good.
Okay, and I have you down for a king.
Oh, nope. That's not right. I was supposed to be a king, but one thing led to another, and I changed it. So it's 2 queens now.
Are you sure you changed it?
Yes.
Yeah, I called ahead.
I do see
Right?
that note here.
Okay. Well, can you look at that note and make that note happen?
You can sleep head to toe.
Like we're 69ing. Great.
I know what that means, 69ing.
欢迎继续回到电影娱乐报。抢救千金呢，是为了营造出南美的异国风情，所以整部片都是在夏威夷完成拍摄。演员的选角当然也是相当的重要。饰演脱线千金的艾米舒曼，在读完剧本的时候，就立刻告诉剧组，一定要找葛蒂涵来演她的老妈，不然她绝对不演。还好两人是在机场相遇，也完成了邀约。另外，再搭配上影集《菜鸟新移民》里的普兰道来合演，以及找来僵尸哪有那么帅的导演强纳森莱文执导，光是预告就令人大笑，也让好久没有回到大荧幕的葛蒂涵有了一次相当开心的拍摄过程。
The casting on this movie is brilliant because each time Amy and I go into another scene, we meet a lot of crazy people on the road, but scenes, lie on a page and they seem funny. But when you get the right actor, Amy and I look at each other, oh my God, this guy is so great. He's like funny, he's smart, we believe him. So every scene that looks a little insane and out there and the stuff that we're doing, you look at it and go, it works. So working with Amy is like working with, this sort of, I don't want to call it a machine, but she has a facility to be able to think not only inside of story, but also outside the box and come out with some hilarious commentary, not just for herself, also for others. So she'll see someone in a scene and just say, what if that happens? Or what if this happens? And it just gets better. So it's just a joy. I can just sit back and relax and know that, this is all going to be okay.
Hi. Hola.
Hi. When does the next bus leave?
Un autobus.
Bus doesn't leave for about 36 hours.
Oh, my God.
But I know a man who can take care of you.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure he could. Yeah, yeah. This is how sex slavery starts, honey.
I'm so sorry.
Listen, no, you don't have to worry about that. Those kinds of people want young, beautiful females. You're safe.
Oh, well, yeah. That's good.
Okay, how dare you? That is so rude. That's crazy.
Well, honey.
No, how dare you? That's my mother.
Honey, have a peanut.
Okay, fine. But if you think it would be safer for me to kind of go hide and then she meets your friend who knows how to get us
and
to
I don't want you to do that.
No, you're both safe.
How do you mean?
Your poofy face will protect you.
Christopher Maloney is just a really special part of this movie. I can't believe he's an actual crazy person. Yeah, he might wind up being the funniest part of this whole movie.
Can I help you, ma'ams?
He's American. Oh my God, we're Americans. Hi, Emily, this is Linda.
Hi.
You don't even understand the ordeal that we have just been through. We really need to get to the U.S. consulate in Bogota as soon as possible, kind of. So if you know the easiest way.
The easy way. They were laughing at something else. Oh, you got mountain ranges to the north, jungles to the east and west. Well, the mighty one, the river, well, she's to the south. There is no easy trek. There's a reason they call Colombia the sack of the Jaguar. Tell you what, I've got a slow boat headed downriver. I can take east along the Amazon, then stretch it up north. Name's Roger Simmons. Boat stock's just out back. Crew's getting her seaworthy as we speak, so I'll check in with them, then come back for you.
Thank you.
Senor! Chicken wings for the ladies.
One of the characters that just, made us both laugh was Chris Maloney. Because, Law and Order, serious, investigative thing. And, all that years and years, and he comes on, and it's like he got this crazy guy. Timing and his own creativity, his own ability to bring up new ideas or new jokes. It was like, oh my God,
Tom Bateman was so perfect he was better than what we'd even imagined for the role. It was just because he is like such a beautiful man, but then he has that mischievous part to him where you could see that he's capable of something like this. And also that like mysterious accent. He was tan. It's like he's a little bit of a figment of her imagination. Too good to be true.
This is my first American comedy. I've done comedy before, but it feels a little bit terrifying being here sometimes. I remember a scene we were doing with Amy, Joan Cusack, and Wanda Sykes, and I just thought, shit, this is the big time,
I've hiked up mountains in Iran. I've run with the bulls in Spain. I've eaten poisonous blowfish in Japan. To me, those are the moments that make life worth living.
I love everything you're saying.
Everything okay over here, Emily?
I met them at the pool.
Oh, remember, never have more drinks than you have tits. 2 tits, 2 drinks.
I know how many tits I have. Please, go away.
Did you just give me danger eyes?
I don't even know what danger eyes is.
It's like this. That's kind of.
I didn't make that face.
I think that's danger eyes.
Go away.
Ride or die.
Barb, you're wilding out right now. Thank you, Barb. Okay.
Wanda and Joan, I don't even know where to go. I mean, it was so hard to keep straight face with Wanda and Joan. Joan, of course, all she has to do is walk across the room, and I'm done, right? She's one of my favorite comedians.
Goldie's just one of those seasoned pros. She's been around, done everything under the sun, and is wonderful and brilliant, and is so in real life. The scene with Wanda, Joan, and Amy when I'm tied to a chair was one of my favorite days ever, because I came up with this thing. I said, after our first rehearsal, I was laughing so much, I just said to Jonathan, the director, I said, listen, I think I should maybe be gagged in this. And I gave this thing of like, oh, I don't speak for half a page, so why don't I speak? But actually the reason was because I needed something to bite down on, so I didn't laugh, because you got Wanda Sykes here just telling me how she's going to hurt me and just going off on one, and so that was my favorite day so far.
I actually kind of caught a piece of you, Mom. Could you lean out a little bit? It's cute.
Here, put this on.
What is this? What?
That is a rape whistle. That's a rape whistle.
What? This is a dog whistle, Mom.
Oh,
Are you afraid these dogs are gonna rape me?
Can I just see that?
Well, these dogs.
Look at the dogs.
Did they look like rapists to you?
Whatever. Why don't you just say thank you, Mom?
Thank you.
When it was
I'm
in
being
the
raped
thing.
by a dog. Oh my God! It works.
And of course, when Amy goes off, I mean, it's hard to keep a straight face because she's so damn funny. She has a very strong point of view. She's unabashed about it. And yet she's got incredible timing. I can't say enough about her talent. You know, I was a fan of hers, became a fan before, you know, this movie. And the idea that, you know, we could actually pair up together, I just thought it was just, for me, it was like a joy. And for the whole idea, it was kind of genius. So, you know, everything seemed to fit. So.
I want it to be a physical experience for the audience. I want them to get to watch these two characters that immediately make them laugh and watch them go on this crazy adventure together and be on this adventure right along with us. Because it is essentially, I think, a lot of people will relate to these two characters. And it's like, this is what would happen if you went on a vacation and you were kidnapped and were being chased. And so I want people to really ride the wave of the adventure of it and the scariness and be just laughing the whole time. And then I want them to be cheering at the end. I want them to leave and feel happier for a week. I want to focus on you and me on the beach. Are you with me?
I can't go to South America.
What are you talking about?
I can't go to Ecuador.
You know it's a non-refundable trip,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I don't want to make it about money because money comes and goes, but I don't have any more coming right now, so
I'm breaking up with you.
When?
Like, right now. This is it. You're in the middle of it.
You don't want to lose us. You don't want to lose this.
No, I don't. No, just no. All right, this is the thing. You don't have any direction in life.
What does that mean?
It means you're not going anywhere. You're not doing anything.
Okay, you know what? I am so sorry, honestly, but I'm sorry, but I want to see other people.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you're great, but I have a lot going on right now.
Yeah, I'm heartbroken.
I love action comedy. It's my favorite because movement and the ability to use your body, because, you know, acting isn't just here, you know? So when you're able to go out and put yourself in, you know, compromising positions or find yourself, you know, burning a wire, for instance, that I did was really fun. And there were, you know, a few other action comedies that I've done that I love. And I said the other day to the director, to John, I said, I love doing this. Are you okay? I said, okay. You know, I mean, I climbed on tops of roofs and ledges on the, I love it. It's the best.
What I also really like about it, and is something that was in the original script and something that I think I like to do in any movie I do, is like, it has very raunchy things that are like very R-rated, but at the heart of it, it's like a sweet movie about relationships and about people who, you know, learn to be better to each other. And not just to each other, but learn to interact in a more progressive way with the world around them. I think that that's a nice message too. But mostly I just hope people laugh.
抢救千金有趣的故事情节被说是女版的即刻救援。如果有一天你和妈妈出国度假却被绑架，应该是会吓疯吧？其实导演希望透过一连串爆笑惊险的历程，带大家重新思考亲子之间的关系，也希望大家看完都会有好心情喽。未来还会有更多新片介绍，也请持续锁定电影娱乐报。我是巧玲，我们下周再见喽，拜拜。